Good evening, sir. How are you?
Good evening, Saurabh ji. All well.
Great.
How
So,
are you?
thank you so much for joining us today evening. I'm so inspired to see your pictures of wildlife. And guys, today we have Swethakumar, sir, and he is very passionate about wildlife photography, especially about tigers. So you'll see a lot of collection. So if you are a wildlife enthusiast, you must see this session till the end because he is going to share a lot of his knowledge, how he started, and his life journey. So please welcome Swethakumar, sir. Thank you so much for joining us today, sir. And
Thank you.
yeah, so please tell me a little bit about your life journey as a photographer, how you started, and how you take out time from your work and then do all these things.
Initially, more than photography, it was the sheer love for wildlife. I was born and brought up in Chennai. My education was in Chennai. So any holiday we had, father used to take us to the Nilgiris biosphere, Mudumalai, Bandipur,
Okay.
etc. and all that. So we used to see a lot of wildlife. Those days, private cars used to go in. So I was exposed to virgin forests, virgin wildlife, to fantastic flora and fauna at a very young age, when I was 5, 6 or so.
Okay.
And I saw my first tiger when I was 6 years old on the Bandipur Mudumalai highway, Uti highway.
Wow.
Of course, it took another 20 years to see my next tiger. That's a different story. So it was just the exposure at a very young age. Me and my brothers got from my father, who was an avid nature lover as well. So wildlife as such started like that. Photography picked up off late.
Okay, so if I understand you correctly, you are first a nature lover and then a photographer.
Yes, any day, any day.
Okay. I think that is common between every wildlife photographer I talk to. So they just love things what they do, and then that's how they continue photography and these things.
Nature is so beautiful. Mother Nature is so great. The optimum love is for her.
Right. Great. So, what is your? How did you get into wildlife photography?
Wildlife photography was, as, and will always be a passion for me. It's only a hobby for me. Mainly after coming into Facebook, Instagram, social media, should I say, the passion to, after seeing those wonderful frames of great photographers, that interest to capture, okay, since anyway we are going to the jungles, we have love for tigers especially.
Right.
I thought I should also start off in a small way, but not anywhere close to what I am now. I never thought I'll be such a serious photographer, or Mother Nature and the tigers or the leopards will bless me with such good frames, good sightings, good frames.
Okay.
Like that.
So, what is your favorite animal or in wildlife?
Any day tiger. Maybe it runs in the blood because Bobbili is actually called Bobbili. The original name of Bobbili is a big male tiger.
Okay.
Big male tiger. My place is named after a big male tiger, Bobbili. That's why Bobbili is a big male tiger in Telugu. So maybe it runs in the blood that connects somewhere. It got connected there.
Right. And you also belong to the royal family of Bobbili.
Yes, I take great pride, and it's an honor that I'm born in this family, a great family, where if you Google down or any Wikipedia, where my ancestors preferred death to dishonor and laid down their lives. Even if being 1:1,000, they thought it was better to die for their motherland than surrender. So I take great pride in that.
Great. So, I mean, in the previous days, people used to go for, for hunting in the wildlife, and now we go out shooting them, but with a different medium, with a camera. So, I mean, do you have some stories from the past where your ancestors were used to go something like that?
My ancestors used to hunt, but let me tell you, it was never culling. They used to conserve and hunt, and they used to hunt mostly the rogue animals, which were spoiling the farmers' crops or killing the cattle. It was always like that, and it was very controlled hunting. Very controlled hunting, and it has always been like that till the laws took over.
Okay. Great. So I can't wait to go through your pictures. So let us go through your pictures, and in between, I'll ask you a few questions related to,
Sure.
how you started and what gear you use and all these things.
Let's go ahead. Let's go.
So I'm just going to share my screen. Yeah, you should be able to see my
yes.
Pictures. So yeah, beautiful light. This you see everywhere it's dark and only light is falling only on that tiger. So how long do you wait for a pic? What is your approach? Say suppose you are going for a wildlife safari. So this is taken in Bandhavgarh. So
Yeah.
so what is your approach? So you go there for 2 or 3 days. So what is your plan going there? So do you have anything? Do you have any visualization or
half the reasons for such good frames are because of the guides and drivers, Saurabhji. They work so hard for us. Bandhavgarh, I usually go with a guy called Bunty Yadav.
Okay.
He's so hardworking. They work so hard for us to get that sighting. And there were, you won't believe me, there were about 20 to 25 odd gypsies there.
Okay.
The Disney team was also shooting there. But we got the best view from the photography point of view of this female. She's a beautiful female called Solo.
Okay.
Unfortunately, she died this month. She was involved in it's presumed that she was involved in a territorial fight and she succumbed to her wounds. She had 4 beautiful cubs. And this is the first morning light that comes out around 7:30. Our Bunty Yadav positioned the vehicle so very well that we got the first morning light and the vantage point of the tigress that day.
Great. So
her name is Solo. She's from Bandhavgarh.
Okay.
This is again. This is called. There was a legendary male tiger called the Bamera. The Bamera male. It's his son. He's called Bamera's son and also called Mr. X. As soon as we entered the gate, there were a few frantic warning calls. So all the gypsies were waiting there. But our guy said, "Sir, this is a very shy family where which area the calls were going on. Let's go ahead. Maybe we'll catch something." And that gamble paid off. We went straight ahead, and this huge male tiger, early morning winter, was bitterly cold. He was sitting on the road for all of us.
Right. So with the vast collection of tigers that you have, it seems that you are always very lucky. So have you been in situations where you were also disappointed?
That's the beauty of tiger photography and tracking tigers. You're unlucky most of the times. You're lucky only a few times.
Okay.
That's the greatness of that animal. And we are ready for it.
Right. Again, such beautiful light you have got.
It's again Solo. It's again Solo when she came a little forward from that sighting.
Okay.
I shared more pictures of her because I thought it would be a tribute. She's given me such great frames, prize-winning frames.
Right.
I thought I owe it to her. That's why I shared more pictures of her in this presentation.
Great. So did you have any formal training in photography?
Not much. I learned it as it came. Formal training as such, nothing.
Okay.
It's more practical training.
Great. So do you follow any photographers in wildlife photography? Any inspiration that you have?
First and foremost, my hero was my father. He was a very avid photographer.
Okay, great.
He had a lot of interest in the olden days. I still remember the camera he used to use. He used to have a Canon F1 at that time. Okay. He used to have an Asahi Pentax. Then later, initial training I got through my cousin from the Venkatagiri royal family, Mr. Satyaprasad Yachendra, Mr. Amit Rane. During the lockdown, we attended some classes of his. He was very helpful.
Okay.
Mr. Sanjeev Seva, we do safaris together as well.
Okay. Okay.
Mr. Sanjeev Seva, he was very helpful. But the perspective towards photography changed after training and pepping up. Training in a sense, not formal training, but tutorship through friendship from Mr. Mohan Thomas.
Okay.
Mohan Thomas. He's a very hard taskmaster. He's a very hard taskmaster, and the perspective towards photography, that it's not only tigers, you have to shoot everything, and the framing, everything, and of course my wildlife associate, he's always there with me. We always do safaris together. My wildlife companion and friend Manoj Kumar Reddy.
Okay.
He processes all my images, and we are always together.
Okay.
He learned so many things which I don't have time to learn, and he shared with me to make my photography better.
Great.
This is a very handsome male from the Magdi zone of Bandhavgarh. He's called the Mahaman male. We've really been going for about 4 years just for him. It was always a void that we couldn't see him. But last year summer, we were very lucky seeing him one early morning.
Okay.
He's a very handsome guy. He's known as the Mahaman male.
Okay. Okay. So, sir, how do you educate yourself to take better pictures?
It's just seeing people whom I speak to. Suppose I post a picture on Facebook. Before sharing it, I share it to my gurus, maybe Mohan Thomas sir, Sanjeev Seva, and ask them if this could be better. How could the frame have been better? So I usually take advice from them before posting it.
Okay.
But Manoj himself, he does the processing so well. So it goes off like that.
Okay. So before you go for a safari, so
yes.
Do you have some shots in mind? Do you visualize some shots, or you just take it the way it comes?
Most of the national parks we know at the back of our hands. The beautiful habitat shots where you can get, where dream shots, certain, suppose in Bandhavgarh, there's a water body called, since we are seeing Bandhavgarh pictures, there's a water body called Damnar. So a tiger on the bund with the water reflection is a shot any wildlife photographer will long, or in any of the caves, the limestone caves, which the tigers frequent. In Bandhavgarh, a shot near the cave, or maybe the meadows. It varies from habitat to habitat and park to park.
Okay. So you probably have a checklist of the other dream shots that you would like to achieve.
Yes, would like to have, but you're not always lucky.
Right. Now, what after you have achieved those shots?
As far as Bandhavgarh is concerned, it's always been a dream to see a tiger on the Rajbara Dam.
Okay.
A tiger walking on or besides the Rajbara Dam. That still has eluded me. But that's okay. As long as the tigers are safe and healthy and thriving, I'm the happiest person. My photography can always wait.
Wow.
Yeah. This guy got a little angry with us because he was sleeping. Suddenly, some insects disturbed him.
Okay.
And he took out the anger on us. He is the son of a legendary male tiger called Bheem. He's presumed to be the biggest tiger in Bandhavgarh.
Okay.
And he's been named as Chota Bheem now.
Okay.
He's still there in his father's territory. And his mother is also a legendary female called the Darha female. She has only one eye. One eye, unfortunately, has cataract.
Okay.
Yeah, Darha Bacha. He's known as Chota Bheem, and he's really establishing a good territory now.
Okay. Great. So, what kind of gear do you use? And
now I have a Nikon D5. with
Okay.
a 400 f 2.8 lens.
Okay.
And for closer shots, if the animal subject is closer, or if I want to capture the habitat, I have a Nikon D750 with a 70-200 lens.
Okay. Okay. Great. And suppose somebody wants to start doing wildlife photography. So what kind of gear should somebody invest in when he wants to get started?
Nikon, as far as I can speak about Nikon,
Yeah.
I feel for
Sure.
beginners,
Mm.
I think the 200-500 lens is a good buy, good value for money, good buy for starters,
Okay.
especially in wildlife photography.
Ah.
And body, I think it depends on the budget again, of who wants to buy. The body, whichever you have, the settings matter, the
Right.
mode in which you shoot matter.
Right. Right.
Yeah. But lens, I think 200-500 is a good lens for starters. Those who can't invest in prime, first you should learn wildlife photography, then you can go off.
Beautiful.
Yeah, this is the same day the previous picture we saw, no, about 2-3 pictures, one roadblock of a male tiger. It was on the same day. Again, we were single vehicle. Because of the anticipation of Bunty, we got this female. She's called the Dhabadol female.
Okay.
She's the daughter of the legendary Suki Patiha female.
Okay.
She's contributed a majority of the gene pool of Bandhavgarh.
Okay.
If you can zoom and see, she was a mother then. She had littered her cubs. You can see her nipples also. She was heavily pregnanted then. Yeah. Exactly.
Beautiful.
She's called the Dabadol female.
Okay. Oh, this is such a beautiful.
This is one of my favorite images, again, of legendary Solo.
Such a beautiful picture.
And her cub. This is her favorite cave. Elephants had come tracking her.
Okay.
Usually in Kanha, Bandhavgarh, the Madhya Pradesh parks, there are elephants that track tigers just to ensure their well-being.
Okay.
So as soon as the elephants came, she got a little alert, and that glare, you see that glare?
Right.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Just beautiful.
Yeah. It's in the entrance of a cave, this picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you go to a park, how many pictures do you think you come out with, which really satisfies you?
It all depends on luck, Saurabhji. It's all sheer luck, especially in tiger photography.
Okay.
Sometimes the light is good, the habitat is good,
right?
But sometimes the outcome is very poor. And it's not always that the tigers, bless you with the best of pictures. It all depends on sheer luck.
Right.
Depends on sheer luck.
Right. So now, if you are going for a 3 or 4 day trip to a place like this, so on an average, how many pictures would you come back with?
If your luck is good, good pictures, maybe about 20-25, which I can share.
Yeah. Okay, so you have 25 pictures, and how much is the total number of pictures like?
That varies a lot because wildlife we shoot it very fast.
2000 or roughly.
Not so many, maybe about 700-800.
700 pictures. So how do you choose the best ones from the whole lot? How do you organize your pictures?
Myself and Manoj sit together.
Okay.
Together we go through the raw files on laptop.
Okay.
And usually it's mostly his decision, less of mine. And we decide on the best. Where the subject is focused properly, there's less haze. It's like that.
Okay. And what software do you use?
The Photoshop.
Okay. So you go through the pictures one by one in Adobe Bridge, is it?
Exactly.
Oh, great. This is such a lovely picture. Beautiful. Wow.
This is again the Mahaman male. Yeah. He's a very handsome guy. And every male tiger, he gets into fights with someone or the other. But this guy, not one scratch you can see on his whole body. One scratch. How he's not been into a fight, how he's not got a scratch,
Mm-hmm.
It's just a mystery still.
Right.
Uh, this is the legendary Suki Patiha female.
Uh-huh.
We were very lucky to see her that day. Can you see the porcupine quills?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, she had three. She had three cubs then.
Mm-hmm.
Lot of porcupine quills. One, two, three, four. You can see.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were actually seeing a different tiger family about 1 kilometer away.
Mm-hmm.
Then there were suddenly warning calls elsewhere. So our guy Bunty immediately went there, and we were blessed. She was sitting in water. I think she was cooling down.
Okay.
And we immediately informed the forest department as well.
Right.
In the afternoon, she was tranquilized and immediately treated for it as well.
Great.
But unfortunately, after this, in the monsoon, she disappeared.
Okay.
She's presumed dead now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So please tell us a little bit about the book that you're involved in. Photo book.
Book in the sense, the most important book for me is, which I sponsored, is a book called Tigers of Tadoba.
Okay.
There's a genius guy called Jignesh Patel.
Okay.
So been documenting many of the lineages, the stripe patterns of many tigers in Tadoba, in the tourism area and in the buffers that are seen. Of course, a shy and elusive tiger not seen, we cannot document. That have been seen over the years. So I thought I should encourage people like him. And that's the book I've sponsored. And it's very popular, the Tigers of Tadoba. We have many tigers of Kolsa, Tadoba, the buffers, their lineages, and everything we've compiled in a book. It's surely, I just put in the money. It's all the hard work of Jignesh Patel and his team.
So if somebody wants to buy that book, is there a link from where somebody can buy?
Yes, it's available. Usually, what we've done is usually people have contacted Jignesh or me directly.
Okay.
We haven't put it up as well. I'll share with you personally.
Okay. So if somebody wants, I can put it in the description so they can go ahead and purchase the book.
Yeah.
Great. Great. So now we'll start with the Kabini pictures. Great. Beautiful.
Kabini, this is the signature Kabini shot.
Beautiful.
This is a very ancient Chola temple called the Gopala Devara Gudi.
Okay.
Yeah, but the idol is no longer there. And the leopard is a legend of Kabini sitting on the temple. He's called the temple male, Aka Tonya. 1 year is Ton. So he's called as Tonya as well.
Okay.
And this just God, Mother Nature is so great to have blessed us with this sighting.
Right.
I think nothing much to say about it, no, the setting and all that. We were just very lucky that day.
So honestly, I feel difficult to remember people, to remember names of the people who I meet every day. So how come you remember the names of the tigers and leopards and every animal that you meet?
This is just an interest. I think people whom you like, things you like, you tend to remember more.
No, that's a great habit, actually. I mean, you know the name of each and every tiger or leopard that you have shot. That's amazing.
It's again him. You can see the right ear is torn a little. That's why he's called Tonya. And he's also called the temple man. He dominated for about 10 years.
Okay.
10 years now, because age has fallen, he's lost a lot of his canines. He's gone towards the villages, killing livestock and all that now. Otherwise, he'll outdo any bold male tiger for his sight. He just walks on the road. It's just amazing, his boldness. We spent a good 1.5 hours, 2 hours with him that day. He's just a treat to watch. Of course, the Nilgiris biosphere habitat. This was a sub-adult, very shy. You just see, he just froze on seeing our vehicle.
Right. And I love the way you have captured the whole environment with the tiger in there. So beautiful.
I told you, after meeting great photographers, after interacting, the perception towards photography has changed. Before I used to like close-ups, no habitat, nothing, just only the tiger focused with the whiskers. canine and all that. Now it's more of habitat.
Okay.
The perception gradually evolves and changes of a photographer.
Right. So it will be great if you can let me know what was your perception when you started and what is your perception now after you meet these very experienced photographers. So that will be of a lot of benefit to the people
Yeah.
who are beginning.
Before, just shoot the subject, nothing else but the tiger.
Okay.
Close up. Even the whiskers should be focused, something like that.
Okay.
But now more capture the beautiful animal, the stripes in orange in lot of greenery, more of habitat, more of habitat that it makes the picture more pleasing.
Right.
That same picture which we saw of that subadult,
right,
a close up, even in that pose, but with that habitat, I think it made the frame better.
Absolutely. So any other thing that you wish to add to your learnings?
Perception before it used to be only tiger. Wildlife photography is not only tiger. Of course, tiger is a great animal. You should shoot a lot of birds. There are so many beautiful birds to shoot.
Right.
You can go in for macro photography, which I don't do much. There are many herping subjects to be done, and other mammals as well. Even a common spotted deer. Suppose you go to a national park called Pench, which has the highest number of spotted deer population, numbering more than 40,000. I think if we wait for that, we can get that award-winning frame.
Right.
So you should shoot all subjects, but we are always behind tiger. People who go once a year, their first thing is we should sight a tiger. Usually, early morning movement is very good of a tiger.
Right.
So you might see a Barasinga in Kanha with grass on its antlers, which is a prize-winning frame. But since we could feel that we'll be missing a tiger sighting, and we might rush.
Right.
So things like this happen. So you should shoot. You should shoot all subjects, and that's the beauty of wildlife photography.
Great.
There's another subadult from Kabini. He just gave us 20 seconds for this shot. That's it.
Okay.
Then he ran away. The South Indian tigers are much shyer compared to their Central Indian and North Indian counterparts.
Okay.
Before, seeing a tiger itself in South India was a big thing.
Right.
But now, because of good conservation efforts and more of tourism, the cats have got used to the vehicles. This is again the temple male sitting on the temple.
Beautiful.
Love the expression. That's why I shared.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. It's very rare to see a male tiger in the South Indian jungles. Very, very rare. This guy is called the Nainjkatte male.
Okay.
His father was a legendary male in Kabini.
Okay.
He was called Taraka, the one-eyed male. And we were blessed with his sighting one early morning.
So this looks like such a well-composed picture. So how do you decide how to compose in a situation where, every moment is so important, and you are, how do you frame your pictures in that situation?
This particular sighting, we got about 7 or 8 shots.
Okay.
One when he was sitting and there was spotted deer on the road. The spotted deer led us to this tiger. About 10 or 15 spotted deer were on the road. They were watching towards the tiger in the direction and giving warning calls. So from there, as soon as we went, he was sitting in the bushes, the tiger. He got up, walked straight down, crossed the road, and before going into the bushes, he just turned back and saw us. So 3-4 shots. This was as soon as he got up from the bushes, trying to cross the road, was this. This same picture, first picture I posted of this tiger was fully cropped. No habitat, nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. Slowly, as the perception changed, I told you, I thought give more habitat. You can see the lantana. That's a big bane to the South Indian jungles.
Right. So, as you say that your perception is changing. So, do you also go back to your older pictures and then start re-looking at them in a different way?
Definitely, 100%. 100%. Because most of my earlier postings were mostly cropped.
Right.
That has changed. That has changed. More of habitat. As much as habitat, I try to include. Because you can always, not always you can include habitat. Maybe a twig could come in a way.
Right.
Maybe a bush could come in a way. A tree could come in a way. It could block you. So it depends. Whichever are feasible, we go ahead. This was in Mudumalai. It's an unforgettable sighting because Mr. Mohan Thomas was sitting next to me. We were together. So with sighting with sir is always treasured. Mudumalai has picked up a lot because of the hard work of the field director there, Mr. Srinivas Reddy.
Okay.
He is really Mudumalai. Just seeing a tiger or a leopard, even seeing a pug mark was a rarity in my younger days.
Okay.
But now there's a very good population, and tigers and leopards are being seen nowadays.
Okay.
She was stalking. She was trying to make a kill. So one hot afternoon, she was sitting on a mound where we got this picture. A lot of nostalgia. 85, 86, and 2020 is a long time, no?
Wow. Oh.
This guy is another legend from Kabini. He's called Scarface. He's had a lot of skirmishes with the Black Panther in Kabini. You must have heard about the Black Panther in Kabini.
Yes.
Yeah. Of course, the Black Panther, first he drove the Black Panther away. The Black Panther got hurt. The Black Panther fought with him again. Now he's away. The Scarface leopard is away from the Black Panther's area. Very bold leopard. Very bold leopard. You can see his unique that scar on his face that makes his face that. He's also very bold leopard. Wow. Along with the temple male. They've ruled Kabini.
Beautiful.
Kabini has for the past 10 years maybe. Exceptional sightings they've given. Beautiful. This guy is also, he'll outdo any male tiger as far as boldness is concerned.
Right. Beautiful. All right. So now you are in this lockdown, you are giving us this opportunity to go to all the popular national parks of India.
I think Mother Nature has been kind. That's it.
So now we are in Kanha.
This guy, this is in Mukki zone. We were on a full day that day. It was a damp squib. Full day, nothing, no sighting at all. Last half an hour, he's a legendary tiger called Chota Munna of the legendary. His father Munna ran Kanha for about 10 years. He was the most sighted male tiger, boldest tiger.
Okay.
He was so sweet, so cute. And he had a CAT, cat marking on his forehead, his father.
Okay.
It used to be CAT. You could, if you zoom, you could see it clearly. CAT and below PM. So he was called Cat Prime Male. His son, this is his son. He's not been seen from October last year.
Okay.
Big blow to all tiger lovers. Unfortunately, he just disappeared. What happened, we don't know. We were blessed of a sighting of him on the last 30 minutes. Mahesh Kumar Gop, he was driving us.
Okay.
He was driving us, and last half an hour we were blessed with a total road show, late winter evening.
Beautiful.
Very photography friendly tiger.
Okay.
It's him again. Very photography friendly. Anyone who's been to Kanha when he was around, without shooting Chota Munna, they won't come back. Very photography friendly, very bold.
Beautiful.
It's him again. Chota Munna. This guy is called the Umarpani male. He is also the son of the legendary Munna.
Okay.
And he has taken down more than 4 prime males who were in book. Ruthless tiger. We tried for him for more than 4 to 5 years. He was very shy and elusive then. But now he's the dominant, one of the dominant, in spite of the competition, he's one of the dominant tigers of Mukki.
Mhm.
And believe me, he's like a battle tank. Huge he is. Huge. Just a battle tank and a pleasure to watch and see.
Okay.
He's called the Umar Pani male.
Mhm.
This was with one of my favorite drivers and naturalist, Mr. Naren Malik.
Okay.
Naren Malik. He's a gem of a person and a very, very good tracker.
Okay. So,
Naren
sir,
Malik.
you have this vast collection of pictures. So, how do you store your pictures in your hard drives, and how do you take a backup? Can you please let us know a little bit about that?
Manoj, we name the files. We name the files, and off late, because a lot of hard disks are crashing.
Right.
So we are taking extra care to store the same pictures
Mhm.
in 2-3 hard disks.
Okay.
Naming the files because we every sighting I write down
Mhm.
in a diary.
Okay.
Every sighting, suppose Kanha, Mukki, December trip. Suppose I go for during my birthday trip. We name everything. Every trip we name it because
Mhm.
it's very difficult. No, thousands of photographs.
Right.
Going to that and again retrieving that sighting, that picture is very, very difficult.
Right. Right.
So naming, I write down every trip,
Okay. So,
and we simultaneously we enter the same naming, the sighting naming in the files.
okay. So, suppose you have been to Kana 10 times. So, how would you organize your folders of Kana?
Suppose Kanha, I go about thrice a week, thrice a year. Sorry,
Okay.
thrice a year. Once as soon as the park opens. Once in winter. Once in summer.
Okay.
So 2019 October trip. 2020 winter trip. Like that, we name it.
Okay. So, you
The
name
year.
folders like that.
The year, and suppose something brilliant happens in that trip.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose kill, though I haven't seen it, we name it as a kill trip.
Okay.
We name it.
Okay. And so, suppose you come back with 1,000 pictures, out of which you get 50 pictures which are really good. So, what do you do with the rest of the pictures? Do you delete them, or you still have them?
No, we keep them. I delete them from the camera after formatting it, but I keep each and every picture.
Oh, you don't delete your pictures at all?
No. Okay. I keep everything.
Okay.
Seeing a tiger itself is a big thing. So,
right. So, what do you think you want to do with the pictures I mean, apart from those 50 pictures that you have? What do you want to do with those pictures?
Usually, we post a few pictures from the sighting.
Right.
Same sighting after some time.
Right.
We might get a better frame.
Right.
So we'll try to process another picture.
Right.
Sometimes we need different flanks for ID.
Mm-hmm.
The right flank, the left flank. Maybe you need the facial ID to correlate with some other sighting. Suppose this tiger seen in one zone might be another zone, or maybe he's gone towards the villages. Right. So we need to correlate, because male tigers especially, they're very mysterious animals. They have a huge area in search of females, in search of in search of food. They just bring a surprise at any time. Okay. Wow. This is again, this was on October morning. I think second day the park opened. We were blessed with this roadblock. Beautiful. Can you see the gash on the nose? Yeah. We all thought it was a fight. It was actually mating with another female. Okay. The female must have resisted, and that gash, huge gash on the nose. Chota Munna had a very unique expression. You see that he mostly used to wink. That one eye closed. That's not because of the injury. It's a very peculiar expression of his. Interesting. Yeah. You must have seen caring moments between a mother and cubs, but this is between a father and his cubs. Chota Munna was such a loving tiger. Just see how caring he is. The cubs. Beautiful. This is a very famous water body called the Baba Tanga in Mukki zone of Kanha. Okay. And I saw my first tiger there in 2010. Okay. Called Badi Mada. No camera then. My eye was the camera, but I still remember it.
Okay.
What I saw.
It's the same tiger.
Yeah. Just see that eye.
Yeah.
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 Always used to be like that.
Right. So, sir, I wanted to ask you a question. So, whenever I go to a place, I am so involved in shooting that sometimes when I come back, I realize that I didn't enjoy that moment with your eyes. So, what is your thought about it?
Actually, if you ask me frankly, photography has spoiled me.
Uh,
When I didn't have a camera in my hand, I used to enjoy every tiger sighting. But now that photography, to get that better frame, suppose you get a tiger even for 2 hours walking on the road head on. Oh, even if there was one gypsy behind, without the gypsy, if I got the sighting, the frame would have been better. Maybe if I got with habitat, it is. If I have to tell you, photography has made me more selfish. I think the best camera in the world and the best hard disk is your eye.
Right. So, as you said, you saw that tiger 20 years back, and you still remember the sighting.
Yeah, exactly. Photography, for that better frame,
Right.
I feel I've become more selfish, to be frank with you. It's like that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, this was on a summer morning, May. He was called MV2, son of the legendary Mahavir female. She's contributed a lot to the gene pool of Kanha. He was very, very bold. He was really going strong. He was translocated to a place called Satkosia in Orissa.
Okay.
A translocation program. This guy and a female from Bandhavgarh. But unfortunately, the program failed. This guy entangled himself in a snare and died. And that female started killing a lot of cattle because the prey base was very low. So there was a local agitation. They were all used to tigers. People adjoining national parks, they've got used to it, used to living with tigers because their livelihood is based on tiger tourism. And there is a lot of compensation given by the forest department and the government if a cattle is killed. But this was a new area, so they resisted a lot. So the female also was shifted to a zoo in Bhubaneswar. But this guy, really very tragic that he is no longer there. But we'll remember him. He was called MV2. MV2.
Okay, MV2. So, do you also keep the name based on the tiger names, or how is it?
Now, it depends. Suppose it varies from park to park. Now in Tadoba, calling a tiger by the name by a guide or a tourist is strictly seen that it shouldn't be called.
Okay.
Because some people, maybe the hierarchy they feel, suppose you keep calling a tiger by the name, the affection towards it increases. The belonging towards it increases. And once it disappears, suppose for example, Chota Munna.
Right.
He was so loved, he was so affectionate, just didn't sink in. There was a huge uproar when he wasn't seen for such a long time. So by naming these tigers, the forest department and the authorities feel that affection increases between them, and it's easy to identify a tiger. So they've been given code names. We've started calling the tigers mostly by the code names. They're given numbers.
Right. It's such a beautiful.
This was a very, very rare, elusive female. She's called the Buindabra female. There are two brothers whom I go with from the Katia side of Kanha. They're called Dinesh Soni and Ritesh Soni. And it was their tracking that day. Unbelievable tracking that day. Very, very shy. How they saw the tiger when the gypsy was going, in a flash it went away. It was so shy. We were a single gypsy. The tiger took 30 minutes to come, 30 hours to drink water. She was so thirsty. But still she was so elusive and shy. She's very rarely seen. She's not used to, she doesn't come from the tourism areas. This was a rare documentation. Yeah. She's called the Buindabra female. This is in Kanha zone. Yeah. This is again that beautiful habitat of Kanha, the tall sal trees.
Right.
Yeah. Uh,
So, which is your favorite forest?
Forest habitat wise, Kanha. Kanha, any day. Habitat wise.
Right.
Yeah.
And otherwise?
Otherwise, Tadoba mostly, because I've been going for a long time.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. This tiger is very, very peculiar sighting. This is in Nagzira.
Right.
Nagzira, very rare to see a tiger there. I'll tell you a small story about this.
Yeah, please.
We had finished Tadoba. We were going back to Raipur because I had to catch the overnight train there. I had some urgent work the next day in Bobbili.
Okay.
And we had crossed a town called Sakoli. We saw a board called Nagzira Wildlife Sanctuary. You have to take a left there. We just crossed about 5-10 kilometers. I got a phone from Bobbili. The work is postponed. You don't have to come. No, the work is postponed. That's what they told me.
Okay.
We had tickets confirmed and all that. We just, work is anyway closed. Why don't we go back to Tadoba? Then Manoj said, no, why again Tadoba? It's difficult. We'll go to some other park. Oh, we just crossed Nagzira. So we made arrangements there to go there. Morning, we didn't see anything.
Okay.
Evening, we saw this beautiful female. It's just getting a tiger there is finding a needle in a haystack.
Okay.
Very, very difficult. She's called Aishwarya.
Okay.
This female is called Aishwarya.
Wow.
Yeah. It's her again. You know why it sat up? It was sleeping on that bun.
Okay.
A forest department motorbike was coming. So on hearing the sound, it sat up. And once it saw the motorbike, it just ran away.
Okay. So now we come to Ranthambore.
Ranthambore, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This is in a water body called Adidagar in zone 4. One of the legendary Krishna's cubs. Just look at the setting, the black stone, green water.
Right, right.
And in the between, orange and black stripes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So how much of cropping do you do to images, sir?
Before it used to be quite a lot.
Okay.
But now I would like it more uncropped. More of habitat. Suppose there are 2-3 tigers. There's another tiger adjoining this. He might not be in a conducive position to process that picture. So we'll crop a little bit so that that tiger is not in the frame.
Right.
Unless, except for that, now we are avoiding cropping.
Wow. Beautiful.
This is T19 Krishna and her cub again. The affection between mother and cub is just something I think even we humans don't have. Right. How cross they are with their mother and how caring the mother is. I think even human beings, we have to learn from tigers that love and affection.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much for watching us. So we'll continue this session, but if you have any questions that you want to ask to sir, please type in the comment box and we'll take them in some time. Or if you just if you want to share your appreciation, you please we'll be happy to see some comments there. Such lovely pictures.
I owe this sighting to our naturalist, the wilderness guide, Shakir Ali. He in Ranthambore, he's a master in framing a photograph.
Okay.
He'll just tell you. The mother was walking on the road head on. I was busy shooting it. The cubs, without coming with the mother, they ran ahead in front. There were a lot of gypsies. So the mother got angry. And the mother started scolding the cubs with a roar or a growl. So they got scared and they hid behind this rock and they was watching the mother. That is the expression captured here. Okay. You can see they hid behind a rock as their mother was scolding them. And they were looking at, both the cubs are looking in one direction. They're looking at the mother.
Right. Right.
So Shakir Ali said, sir, shoot this. They're behind the rock. Very good. And I got this picture.
Great. Beautiful. So this is becoming more and more popular. More wildlife photographers are coming up, and people are doing a lot of safari. So do you think it's a good thing or not so good thing?
It's a good thing, but unfortunately, because there's a Supreme Court rule that only 20% of the forest be open for tourists,
Okay.
unlike before. Because of tourism, disciplined tourism, not people who, not hurrying crowd who speak loudly in the jungle, who throw away lace packets after eating in the gypsy, who just come for the heck of it. Not like that. Disciplined tourism. They should be told the rules by the guides and the drivers. The tourists should be told, who are not regular to the forest. And if more of the forest is opened up, it will be easier to track tigers also. Suppose we see some new tiger, we photograph it, we document it. It might have been presumed that it's dead. From a different area. So opening up, I personally feel opening up more of the jungle and disciplined tourism will definitely help. Now this 20% and this crowd, we've reached saturation. It's a lot of, I think the tigers are being disturbed to an extent. Because there are too many vehicles, very little area. You cannot always determine where a tiger is seen. It could be a place where a lot of, suppose in Tadoba, if it's Pandraponi, many gypsies will fit. But if it's another place called Enbudi, it's very narrow. That you cannot determine. So if more of the jungle is opened up, it will be good for tiger tourism. It will be good to document the tigers as well and keep track. Because we saw the Sukipatia female in Bandhavgarh, it was with a porcupine quill. We were on a full day. We were the only gypsy. Because of seeing that, we immediately told the forest department. There was a forest chowki there. They immediately acted. In the afternoon, she was tranquilized and the quills were removed. That's because we saw them on safari.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, she would have suffered. Maybe she would have gone to a cave and she would have succumbed to the wounds. Where many tigers have succumbed to porcupine wounds.
Right. So it's a great service to, the tiger population.
But if it's disciplined, I don't encourage people who just come like a tamasha. It's not gypsy. It's not a joyride. Tiger safari is not a joyride. You speak loudly in the jungle, disturb them. The tigers might be bold, but that's not the way. That's not the way. This is a beautiful tigress called, she's called the Queen of the Lakes. She's called Arrowhead. You must have heard of the legendary Machli. She was one of the most photographed tigers. So many documentaries we've seen. Her daughter was Krishna, which we saw previously, T19. And Krishna's daughter is Arrowhead. Machli was driven away from the lakes by Krishna. Krishna was driven away by Arrowhead. Now Arrowhead has two daughters. We should see whether the mother remains or the cubs remain.
So we have a question from VVS Sharma sir. So he's asking, how do you see the future of tiger in Indian forest in view of the faster habitat loss, human tiger conflicts, and other undesirable causes for tiger to flourish?
Sharma sir, the forest bearing capacity of the tigers, especially for tigers, animals like tigers, has reached saturation point. For the number of tigers we have now, the size of our jungles is enough. But more population growth, I don't think our jungles, there's enough forest cover to house more tigers. We have to, if we want an increase in tiger numbers, we have to increase the prey base, one. More important than the prey base, we have to increase forest cover. Otherwise, I think tiger population for the existing green cover in our country, we've reached saturation point. There are no two ways about it. We just, if you want more tigers, if you want the tiger population to thrive, we have to increase our green cover, forest cover, and prey base. Because you don't want a tiger coming in the jungle, but coming to the villages and killing cattle.
Right.
This was Arrowhead again with a early morning
Such
breakfast.
such beautiful light you have got.
Yeah,
Beautiful. Wow.
this is this image has won me a lot of acclaim. This expression, this mother and cub.
Right.
Uh, we were on a full day, Saurabhji, for this.
Okay.
From the morning, the cubs were in a cave. The mother wasn't around from the previous day. So all the cubs were in a cave, and the cubs, though thirsty, though hungry, wouldn't come out even for a drink without the mother.
Okay.
That's usual tiger behavior. So there was another tiger in a different part. So I was edging Mr. Shakir Ali, our wilderness guide, and our driver, Devdas Narolia Ravi. We'll go there, we'll go there, we'll go there. No, he said, the mother won't leave the cubs for such a long time. The mother will come. We'll take a chance here. And the mother came, she drank, she called out to the cubs. They played in the water, drank in the water, and they sat on a plain piece of ground. And just look at the affection.
Wow.
The cub, she must have missed her mother a lot. Huh?
Right.
And,
so I think
so tolerating the mother is, you can see the expression of the mother also. She's so tolerating.
Absolutely. And
yeah, she's not angry that her cub is hugging her. She's she's falling on him of her. There's no hard feeling for the mother.
Right.
And
so
the cub also.
This is one thing I'm seeing in a lot of your pictures. You are able to capture the affection and the emotions. I mean, not the violent one, but the loving ones in your pictures. Even for a ferocious animal like a tiger, that's so amazing.
That's the love and affection a mother has towards her cubs, and the vice versa, a cub has towards her mother. Maybe we were lucky that way. There's another female and cub.
Beautiful.
This is a mating pair. It's very rare to get a mating sequence in the open of a tiger, of a male and a female. The male tiger here is called Kumba. Kumba, and the female there is a legendary female called Noor.
Okay.
Noor. She's also contributed a lot to the gene pool of Ranthambore. She's a very beautiful tigress. Just look at the pain the female is going through.
Right.
Yeah, it's a very, very painful thing for the female. The male tigers don't let the females go away for about 2-3 days. Okay. Till their sexual thirst is satisfied.
Right.
And the female goes through a lot of pain. This is just after the intercourse got over. The female wants the tiger to get up because a lot of weight, weight and
beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we are at Tadoba, which is another of your favorite.
This is the Matkasur male. He's T54. I think the frames he's given me, basically no other tiger has given me more. He's always blessed us in every possible way. This was, I still remember, 2018, June 30th, June 29th, the day before the park closed. He walked for about 3 kilometers, Saurabhji. This site.
Beautiful.
Unforgettable sight.
Wow, this is such a lovely picture. It's mind-blowing, absolutely.
This also, we had to go back to Bobbili.
Okay.
We just postponed it because we got a call that in Kolara buffer, there was a cattle kill, bison kill, gore kill. So we canceled our tickets and took the morning safari.
Okay.
We were best that the female is Jonabai female. She's called T45 and her 3 cubs. Early morning.
Beautiful.
This is the legendary Maya. She's called Maya, T12. Yeah. We've been seeing her from 2011 when she was a 5-month-old cub.
Okay.
Yeah. This sighting. She walked with that wild boar kill for about 3 kilometers.
Wow.
We missed all that. We were elsewhere.
Okay.
Just as she was wading, she was entering the water, wading through the water. We got her. But anyway, just seeing her itself with a kill. She carried the kill all the way for her cubs.
Okay. Wow.
That is the affection of her mother. All the way, that weight, some weight. No, definitely, though it's a small wild boar, it must be some weight.
Right.
This is a very famous water body called Pandrapani.
Okay.
Pandrapani, which was previously a village.
This is such a funny expression. This time.
We were waiting in the meadows. Waiting in the meadows. Calls were there, but no tiger anywhere. The grass is quite big. Suddenly, the head peeped up.
Okay.
On a kill, it was eating the kill, the male tiger.
Okay.
Suddenly, the head peeped up. Everybody said, tiger, tiger, tiger. Immediately, we got this. Again, after about 30 seconds, again, the head went down.
Okay. Great. Wow. Beautiful.
Yeah, this is a prized thing. A female, her name is Choti Tara. You can see all 3 cubs suckling milk.
Right. Beautiful.
I thought this was a rare document.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, you see, the whole environment is also captured here.
Exactly. Again, the same female. She is a very, very beautiful female. Very pleasant, very beautiful. This is a water body called Jamun Bodi.
Okay.
We've been very lucky there.
Okay. So in this sequence, you might have shot maybe around 50 pictures.
Maybe more.
Okay. More. So how do you choose the best one out of the whole lot? Must be really, you have to.
Drinking water, I would have shot about 200 pics. 150, 200.
Wow.
But mostly it's eye contact.
Okay.
This is a far off sighting. The positioning of the animal. Mostly we tend to select pictures that have eye contact, that are looking at the camera.
Okay.
We try to prefer that.
That's beautiful.
This was in October. All the vehicles were waiting at Pandrapani for Maya and her cubs to come out.
Okay.
We got bored. I said, come, let's go somewhere. Maybe something will come. Single vehicle. We came towards a road called Chikalwahi.
Okay.
Where this male tiger put up a road show. You can see the monsoon greens. In another 1 month, that green grass won't be there. So orange and stripes walking in the green grass is always treasured.
Beautiful.
Our wilderness guide in Tadoba is Praveen Jambule.
Okay.
He's been coming with us from 2012.
Okay.
So he's just like family. Very good instinct he's got. This was in the Kolsa zone of Tadoba.
Okay. Such a rare sighting, I guess.
Yes, very, very rare. We were the second people to document.
Okay.
A Dutch tourist got this guy, but the photograph wasn't very clear.
Okay.
We were very lucky. This is a semi-melanistic leopard. Unlike his South Indian Kabini counterpart, he's not jet black. He's semi-melanistic. And this was featured in many of the newspapers.
Okay.
I was bombarded with phone calls for this picture and all that. It was something very new for me. This was in the Kolsa zone. It's a pristine forest part of Tadoba only. But 2 different gates called Pangdi and Jari. They entered to Kolsa zone. And this guy is now in the core Tadoba core now, in Tadoba zone now. He's migrated from there.
Okay.
This leopard. He's being seen at least twice or thrice a month. Great. But this was prized because this was only the second clear documentation.
Okay.
First, he was documented, but the picture wasn't very clear. It was a basic camera then.
Right.
People had the misconceptions. No, it's only a leopard. Maybe it's a jungle cat, something. But in good light documentation, this was one of the documentations.
Great. Yeah. So now that you have such a wide variety of pictures from all the national parks, so what are your thoughts about what are the possibilities that you think with the pictures? So what are you going to do with them?
First and foremost, my responsibility would be philanthropy. if my pictures can contribute in any way to tiger tourism, tiger conservation, I'll be most willing to help. Uh, because and if my pictures can help the local communities, the forest department, anybody in need, maybe the local tribal communities, the poor people there, because I never sell my pictures or print my pictures.
Right.
So if any of my pictures can help in philanthropy,
Right.
I'll be the happiest person.
Okay. So how are you planning to do that? Because you see I mean, the pictures have great potential. I mean, you can organize exhibitions or bring out a photo book. So have you thought about these on these lines?
Like-minded people we are coming together.
Okay.
Under the aegis of a great photographer, and we are planning to maybe how to go about it. We are planning.
Oh.
Even maybe something for the COVID warriors.
Okay.
In the medical department who've laid down their lives.
Right.
Whatever we can contribute, we cannot help anybody.
Right.
Whatever we can contribute. I do intend to bring out a coffee table book.
Okay.
But I'm waiting to see my tigers in Corbett, in the Terai, and Eastern India. That is the Sundarbans and Kaziranga.
Okay.
So if I see something there, and of course, icing on the cake would be my home state, Andhra Pradesh. Because NSTR, Nagarjuna Sagar Tiger Reserve, has a very good population.
Absolutely. It is not, I think, the least explored places that we have.
Yes. This is an buffer called Sirkada. There was heavy rain that day. Late evening, this is a sub-adult. There was heavy rain. We were least expecting a tiger.
Wow.
This was way back in 2016. Maya's second litter.
Okay.
They were all playing around. This is just piggyback. I call this tiger piggyback. A sister climbing on top of brother's back, piggyback.
Your pictures are very unique. I mean, there are hundreds of people shooting tigers, but I think there are some very rare moments. And as I repeat the same word, affectionate moments that you are able to capture.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much. This is another Matkasur male. All gypsies were one side. We were going away. We wanted to use the restroom. So, though there were good calls there, we came this side to another side just to go to the restroom so that we could use the washroom. A very good wilderness guide. His name is Vinod Uike.
Okay.
So he spotted this tiger. He was sleeping.
Beautiful. This is mind blowing.
This was in again 2018. Last day, June 30th. This sub-adult had just got up from water. It stretched on the tree. That is called N kaped.
Okay.
That, crocodile bark tree.
Okay.
N ped, they say N in Marathi. Crocodile bark tree.
Okay.
So as it got up from water and it stretched, you can see the water droplets also coming.
Beautiful. Such a beautiful picture.
You can see the claws also. This is a sub-adult. It was less than 1 year, this tiger that was stretching.
Beautiful. So Satya Prasad sir is asking, when are you planning to hold an exhibition?
Whenever Satya Prasad comes and inaugurates it, I will hold it.
I think he'll always be more than happy to come anytime.
Yes.
And thanks to Satya Prasad sir for introducing you to for this interview.
Yes. Thank you so much, Anna. Thank you so much.
He's always
we learned so many things from you.
And he's always very encouraging.
Yes.
I'm really grateful.
And he's so willing to teach so many things. He's
Absolutely.
so nice. Yeah.
I'm always ever grateful to him for whatever support he has given to me all the time.
Fantastic. He's a more than a good photographer. He's a very good human being.
Absolutely. So now we are in Umred.
This is a male tiger called C2. This was a late evening.
Okay.
Where literally dark, but because of good equipment, we could get some good record shots.
Right.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
He's called a male called C2.
Mhm. So how much time do you spend in post processing your pictures?
Depends on the habitat. Suppose if it's a head-on,
Mhm.
there's much habitat.
Mm.
If it's a habitat shot, it takes a lot of time.
Okay.
Yeah, about 10 minutes to 20. If
Okay.
it's a really complicated, lot of hazards or obstacles, maybe
Uh-huh.
half an hour.
Okay. So what is your typical workflow for post processing a picture?
In the sense, I use Photoshop.
Okay.
And there's another new thing called Topaz denoise.
Right.
So that's also very good. That's also very useful for. Usually, I don't post pictures that have too much noise.
Mm-hmm.
But some things when we have to document something,
Mm-hmm.
we need to match the stripes that we process.
Okay.
So it's very helpful. This female, I saw her as a cub in Kolsa. She is the daughter of a legendary female called the Shivanjari female.
Okay.
She migrated all the way from Kolsa to Umred.
Okay.
Umred, and she has given cubs there also.
Okay.
This is for documentation's sake. It was pitch dark. Just this picture coming. It's a big
I
thing.
can see it has been taken at 20,000 ISO.
Yes, exactly. Just
Amazing.
for the.
Amazing.
And her brothers have been given the names of Rudra and Tala. They have driven the Matkasur male out from Tadoba, and they're ruling the roost. One of them is the father of Maya's latest cubs.
Okay.
So it's very successful litter. Very successful litter.
Okay, we have some other pictures apart from tigers.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought the camouflage was very good. This is in Bandhavgarh.
Beautiful, beautiful.
In South.
Wow. So beautiful.
Yeah. Main thing is the camouflage. Yeah. This guy was a huge guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was looking very aggressive, Khatarnak. Wild boar.
Yeah. And you have beautiful light and the eye contact also with the.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Can you see the peculiar color? The white patches? Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was in the US, they would have called it a feral boar.
Wow.
This is a brown fish owl.
Beautiful.
Another one.
So
this is Sundarbans.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a Wimbrel. I don't shoot much birds.
Okay.
But when you don't get tigers, you have to shoot something, no?
Okay.
Yeah. This is a Wimbrel in the Sundarbans.
Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful forest. I've never seen anything like that. Sundarbans, unique experience. Sundarbans, it was drizzling, so you could see the raindrops as well.
Beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. This is an early morning winter mist, fog.
Where was this?
This was in Bandhavgarh.
Oh,
yeah,
beautiful.
Jackal. This is my last pick. Maya.
Okay.
Winter morning. Pandaponi meadow.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I just loved her beauty. This is my favorite picture of hers.
Absolutely beautiful with the whole environment, and he actually looks like the king of this whole place. Beautiful. Beautiful.
She is the queen of hearts. Yeah, she rules the hearts of many tiger lovers.
Right. So great. It was so lovely to go through your pictures. It was just amazing. And so one last question to you. So what are your 5 top tips that you would like to give to anybody who would like to start with wildlife photography?
First thing, get your basics right. Don't learn photography like me. That's very difficult. As the sightings have, because my photography learning was not very good. Because of the wrong settings, we missed some very good photographs.
Okay.
So first have your basics right. There are many tutorials or good gurus who will teach you the basics, right? And don't expect to get the best frames in tiger photography. They will come as time comes. They will come as time comes. So don't and learn to be disappointed in tiger photography. In wildlife photography, for that frame, the frames of great photographers we see, so much of hard work, so many years of trials. They must have worked so hard for it. It all looks cozy. It all looks good on Facebook and WhatsApp and Instagram. Right. How much effort they would have put in for it? Absolutely. Something out of this world. Right. Yeah.
Great. So Vivesh Sharma sir is asking this question. So how do you take this eye level shots? As I see some beautiful images in your collection.
Eye level shots, we usually try to bend down a little. If we are on a full day, suppose we are on a full day, only 3 people are allowed on a full day safari. So the middle seat is removed. So we sit on the floor of the gypsy and shoot. Usually more of it is on the terrain because of the terrain. Unless you are on foot and you are walking with a tripod or something, of course that's impossible in wildlife national parks. It's prohibited also. Right. Suppose you're going for a bird photography, maybe you're in a field. If you see a mammal, eye level photography could be possible. Right. Otherwise, but for that, it's a little difficult.
Right. Great. So we have a lot of appreciation. Maybe you can read them later after the session. And
will do. Thank you so much.
It was really great talking to you. If you want to say some last words, I mean, it was really a great show. I personally enjoyed so much. I mean, I've seen so many tiger pictures, but your pictures, I mean, the affection that you can see between the different tigers was just amazing. It was, I personally really enjoyed.
Thank you so much. One of the main reasons all these frames are possible are because of the wilderness guides, the naturalists, the drivers. They work so hard for us just for that good frame. In Kabini, there's a very good driver called Anil. He's a very good tracker. Revanna, Mahesh, Prasanna Gopal, and in Bandhavgarh, Banti Yadav, Golu, he's also called Mukesh Sahu. He's also been with us. And in Tadoba, Praveen Jambule, Vinod Uike, and Ashish Jitode, we'll always remember him. And Kanha, of course, Naren Malik Bhai, he's very good. Mahesh Kumar Gop, Dinesh Soni, Ritesh Soni. In Ranthambore, there is Shakir Ali. Please do go around with him, whoever go to, because you learn so much from these people. They're so experienced. There's Ravi, they're so experienced. And of course, my gurus, everybody. And last but not the least, Manoj Kumar Reddy, my wildlife companion. He's always with me. He's always there for me. So how can I forget? Without him, all this is not possible.
So I see a very nice portrait behind you, a frame behind you. What is that? I'm a little curious to know.
This was gifted to me by 2 people in my native place. It was drawn by a handicapped person who didn't have hands. So I thought this should occupy my favorite place in the palace.
Wow!
So usually I like sitting behind it.
So that is your picture.
Yes.
Wow.
In the jungle, a photograph taken by a friend in the jungle.
Wow.
Done as a painting.
Wow, beautiful. Lovely.
Thank you.
So it was great talking to you, sir. Thank you so much for your time. I thoroughly enjoyed. I'm sure people who watched us and who are going to watch it later, who could not have time, I'm sure they will have a great time watching this, and of course learning a lot from your experiences. So thank
you so much. I'm still learning. Wildlife photography and nature photography is still an ocean. I think till the time I keep shooting, I give up shooting photography, I think it will be a learning experience. That's the greatness of nature photography.
So thank you so much once again.
Thank you so much, Saurabhji. It was a pleasure. Thank you. Hope everyone enjoyed. And thank you all, whoever watched, and for your kind and appreciative words. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you
so much for all for watching.